Well, it was a rough night for the Kansas City Chiefs and their fans. President Donald Trump went after one of them in particular. In a Truth Social post after the game, the president wrote, "The only one that had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving."
Trump's animosity towards Swift goes back further than last night. On September 10th last year, Swift endorsed Kamala Harris for president. In an Instagram post, Swift wrote in part, "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos." Swift signed off by calling herself a childless cat lady.
A couple of days after, Trump wrote on Truth Social, "I hate Taylor Swift." Here's Trump reacting to Swift's endorsement at the time.
Hey, I've got a quick question for you. Out of nowhere, after the debate last night, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. What do you think?
I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. You couldn't possibly endorse Biden. You look at Biden, you couldn't possibly endorse him. But she's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it in the marketplace. But no, I like Brittany. I think Brittany's great. Brittany got a lot of news last week. She's a big MAGA fan. That's the one I like much better than Taylor Swift.
Trump also reposted a video last night appearing to show Swift getting booed while he got cheered. Comedian Mark Norman wrote on X, "Yikes, Taylor Swift was booed and Trump wasn't. The country has officially shifted."
Washington Examiner contributor Kimberly Ross wrote, "I don't get the booing Taylor Swift thing. Is it because she supports the Chiefs? The camera has shown her often. You don't like her music or politics. I can think of a long list of celebrities who are actually terrible. She's not one, and I'm not even a Swiftie."
She did get booed, and Trump did not. He got applauded. Now,
Yeah,
I don't know that they were.
I've only seen the video that Trump posted. So
No, I saw it in real time.
Okay.
There was booing. It wasn't. It took a minute for the crowd to realize she was the one on screen. And then she did get a little booing. Now that could have just been from Eagles fans. Full disclosure, I watched the Super Bowl in the company of a whole lot of Eagles fans.
Okay. Were they booing Taylor Swift?
They were. They did not boo Taylor Swift. They were very, very excited about the outcome. Sure. And then I actually switched halfway in between. I went to another party where there were more Kansas City Chief fans, and they were pretty demoralized by
Look
that.
at you with such a rampagingly
How about
exciting
that?
social life.
I personally didn't have much investment in the outcome.
No.
I am, I guess, slightly more partial to the Phillies, so I was happy for them for the Philly Eagles. So I was happy for them to win. But yeah, she did get booed, which it did kind of. So, this country has shifted to the right, man. It just has.
Well, I don't know. Or
Even
Eagles fans have shifted against Kansas City fans.
I think Trump is right. I think she has paid a little bit of a price for having kind of tepidly endorsed. It's not like she went all out and did a tons of media on Kamala's behalf. She did the one endorsement, which I always thought Trump should probably just shrug that off. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to matter or influence anyone, and whatever. But he was really upset that she did it.
So let me come vigorously to the defense of Taylor Swift, of whom I am a fan. I think she's the outstanding songwriter.
I'm not a fan.
Generation.
I'm totally neutral toward her.
I think she's great. I actually think she's just extremely talented musician. But look, I think that she has got sucked into this sort of polarized atmosphere. Some people are hating on her. I'm very, very skeptical that she has paid a price. You look at the Eras tour, worldwide, huge success. I think that she does perhaps run a risk of oversaturation at some point. She has been very central in our culture, well, for many, many years, but particularly, I would say, within the last 18 months, 2 years, she's been like everywhere all the time. I think there may be eventually some reaction to that. But look, anytime I have seen anything to do with Taylor Swift, she comes across as a genuine, decent person, a much more grounded person than one might expect from someone who has that level of fame. It's also no surprise to me at all that she endorsed Harris. I would assume that she holds broadly liberal beliefs, including about things like reproductive rights. And I don't think anyone was expecting her to endorse Trump. So that he just is so thin-skinned, he can't take celebrity disapproval.
I have no problem with her. I like a number of her songs. I'm neutral toward her as a person. I think she's talented. I don't change the station if her music comes on the radio. Someone I am not a fan of, although not for political reasons. I'm just not a big
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. That's what I was going to say. I mean, not really even aware of what his music is. I've listened to very little of it. So the halftime show wasn't really for me, but there wasn't anything wrong with it. I kind of liked the choreography. It was very red, white, and blue and almost patriotic in a way, even though he is known, I think, for being a kind of progressive, political, Black Lives Matter type messenger. So I found that interesting, given that I don't think that really came through. If it seemed very neutral or even slightly right-coded in terms of the America. End racism, getting taken out of the end zone. This all feels like part of a general rightward shift that has taken place in our culture.
So with Kendrick Lamar, the thing that most people seem to take out of it was that he has won his battle with Drake, with whom he's been in this long running.
A Canadian.
Canadian.
Yes.
So United States triumphs over Canada.
Exactly. No, I think that was literally the MAGA takeaway.
I think there is a genuine debate around the symbolism of the halftime show and whether there was some critique of the United States involved there. You had Samuel Jackson.
There's a critique. It was too subtle for me to get it.
Well, also there was, I'm not sure that this showed up on the main TV footage, but of course there was politics of another type that intruded upon it, because one of the people in Kendrick's crew unfurled a flag that was partly the Palestinian flag and partly the Sudan flag. That person was an official part of the cast, but that part had not been apparently rehearsed.
No, and they've been punished with a lifetime ban from the NFL. So justice was handed down very swiftly in that case.
Although I'm not sure how aggrieved, if they're just a dancer or performer with Kendrick Lamar, I'm not sure that they will necessarily be aggrieved that they can't go to any further NFL games. But it got in there for sure.
Yeah. Well, interesting.
Interesting
very
times.
Interesting indeed.
I like Kendrick Lamar, for the record.
That does it for us today on Rising. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss any of our content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, now available anywhere you can get your podcast fix. We'll be back with another episode of Rising bright and early tomorrow morning. See you then.